Greetings from Dystopia, Episode 8. I was going to take everybody along with me on my run this morning again. And when I went to grab my hotspot this morning, I happened to look down at it. And I'd used 21 gigs of data. I forgot that I ran my smart TV off of it. So I consumed a lot more data than I thought I had. But it's okay, because I can record here and upload it later. I'll upload it tonight. I am refueling after my run. I did 2.1 miles on an outer loop here, which is also a double black diamond ski trail. That was a serious run. I got, about 2/3 of the way through it, and I was like, what the hell were you thinking? Very long, steep uphills, medium downhills, and then they drop off real quick into a longer uphill. So that was a bit of a strenuous run. But it was good. So I already had my banana, my electrolyte, supplement, support, I guess. I think they do actually say support on this one. Yep, electrolyte support. This is from Hammer Nutrition. I don't know if it'll actually, you might not focus on it completely because of me behind it, but this one is cola flavored. It's also has 20 milligrams of caffeine. I would not recommend, and I'm not 100% sure it was this brand, but the one that I previously had was lemon lime, and honestly, it tasted like sick. There's just no other way to describe it. If you've ever had I just drew a blank on what it's called. The camera up your backside. Anyway, and you were given the gallon jug that you mixed in, that lemon lime taste in that. Yeah. That's what that lemon lime electrolyte supplement tastes like. But I found that after a run, the banana, the peanut butter, and the electrolyte, within half an hour, 45 minutes, I feel fine. I'm not like lagging for energy. I'm not tired. Which is probably more part of the caffeine than anything. But yeah, that one, the cola flavor, is actually pretty nice. It's a nice little pick-me-up. And then after a while, it's cheap, but I love this dark chocolate from Aldi. Chaucier. I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but it's only 50% cacao, but I actually really like that one. It's like right in the middle between milk and dark, so you get a little hint of sweet. They also have another one there at Aldi right now that's really good too. It's a mint dark chocolate salted caramel. It's a weird mix at first, but I love salted caramel and I love mint chocolate, and dark chocolate, and then you throw them all together. It's pretty good. I think it's like a 70 or 75% dark. I don't know. I'll look when I go later. But anyway, I got to hand out a good on you to Anthony Naples. He kind of picked up the challenge a little bit with the video. Instead of doing something, where I said that, maybe you know a trick or something and show people the trick. Anthony played his guitar and sang. And he took requests for a couple other songs. So that's pretty good. Those of you that are friends with Anthony, you're going to see some of those coming up. Anthony always, I'll say it directed at him. You say you noodle. To me, noodling is when you don't really know how to play. You obviously have a talent for playing guitar, so you don't noodle, bud. So I'm waiting to see who else picks up the challenge and goes with it. I want to see you guys run with this. Do something, Hell, show us how to bake cookies. I don't care. Yeah, speaking of cookies, Joanne, all right, I'll give you chocolate chip. She posted something about baking cookies when you're low on stuff, cookies you could make. And the picture was peanut butter cookie. The link to the article was a peanut butter cookie, which I love, especially when they're still a little warm and slightly soft. And I said, yeah, there's only really two cookies you should have is peanut butter and oatmeal, or oatmeal raisin or oatmeal cranberry, which is like my latest addiction. And she said, no, you got to have chocolate chip in there. And I said, all right, I'll have to think about that one. Yeah, I'll give you chocolate chip when they're fresh out of the oven and they're still, you pick it up and the cookie's like bending over. So yeah, I'll give you that one. What else did I see? I'm trying not to talk about COVID too much because I know we all get enough stress and enough horse shit floating around Facebook. I did see that the local county, which is one of the preserves I usually go to, yeah, I'm touching my face. By myself, I washed my hands. I actually did alcohol stuff when I came back to the car. And I haven't touched anything, so... Anyways, that local county DuPage is doing a really good job, and I'm seeing a lot of municipalities starting to pick up on this using GIS data. So they're plotting where their cases are and their hotspots are, and you're able to see the different regions, different areas of a county, and you can see what the hotspots are, where the clusters are. And then fortunately for me, one of my favorite preserves is right in the middle, and it's surrounded by a hotspot. So I no go there because that preserve is open, but I'm not going to chance that one. It's bad enough I go to grocery shop, Gotten to the point now where I'm not going to go to Walmart unless I absolutely need to. In fact, we traded off today. My friend Jenny, most of you guys know her, the fishermen know her. Jenny went to Walmart today, so I'll go to Aldi, and I'll do the Aldi stuff. Because Walmart, people piss me off. They just can't keep that distance. Yesterday I was joking with Bob about it on Facebook. This guy, trail runner, came up behind me yesterday. It was when I was on my way back out. And he started getting a little too close to me, so I lifted up my trekking pole and kind of held it out and used it to guide him along past me. So I kept that distance plus my arm. We both kind of chuckled about it, but I think he got my point that I was getting ready to spear him if he got any closer. But yeah, I don't know. Maybe in some ways we're being a little overly paranoid about it, but I will not discount how severe this one is. it's the way it attacks the lungs. A couple friends of mine that are doctors and nurses can vouch for this. It's pretty scary. If you get it, you're going down. You're going down for the punch. It may not kill you, but you're going to wish to God you did die. At least for a little while. Hopefully most of us are fortunate enough that our immune systems can tolerate it to a certain extent, but there's actually a really good video where some doctors did a 3D animation showing how it affects the lungs. And if you're still a naysayer about the severity of it, I would urge you to watch that video, and you'll know right off the bat that you don't want to chance it. Here, like I was saying yesterday, there's this group, this 20 to 30-year-old group that were initially saying, oh, we're resistant, if you look at the spring break videos, the one that's also using GIS and anonymized tracking data from cell phones, you can see how easily that is spread by that particular group, especially the ones that were down there in Florida for spring break. It's insane. And I hope they find all of them. There's a reporter that was talking on, it was an NPR affiliate. I think it was WBUR, but he's actually trying to track down all of the kids that they interviewed a few weeks back in spring break in Florida. And he wants to see of them, what percentage did they interview that said, I'm not worried about it. And of that group, how many of them actually came out with it, because it's showing that it does affect the young as well. Typically, there's some sort of a comorbidity, but we all have some form of comorbidity, whether you realize it or not. Those of you that vape, those of you that smoke, even ex-smokers, including me, are at risk. You'd be surprised, asthma. So the littlest things are what's tripping people up. When they think they're strong enough, I won't get it. Bullshit. You're going to get it. They're, like they said, they're predicting this lull to go through the end of April, possibly into May, possibly into June in some of the bigger hot spots, because they don't have anywhere to release people back into the population. They're starting to see that in China as well. Some of the tests that were initially false negatives became positive. Some of them that were false positives became negatives later. But the ones that were sick are leaving the hospital, going back out into the general population and getting sick again. So clearly there's some immunity portion of it yet that we don't quite understand. But I shared earlier this last week, maybe Wednesday or Thursday, an old TED Talk from Bill Gates talking about these viruses that are coming back, that we're ignoring them and everything else. And he rightfully listed a lot of things that we should have done or should be doing. And it's showing right now exactly what we didn't do. He was on one of CNN, I think it was. I'm not a big fan of CNN. I'm not a big fan of any cable news network. I'll put that out there right now. How even some of the ABC, NBC, CBS, a lot of them are showing a bias one way or the other. To me, I expect the media to be unbiased. Yes, most of you know I'm a big NPR fan. I'm a big BBC fan as well. NPR can be a little biased as well. And if you read any of my comments on a lot of stuff that NPR posts, I let them have it when it's a biased report, because I don't want bias. Gather your facts, get your numbers together, and report it as it is. Sadly, we can't our society now, it's too hard. Like I posted that thing yesterday. If you come into any type of a discussion with any form of political bias, as far as I'm concerned, you've lost the plot. Particularly with something like this. This is something that affects everyone. So yeah, it's kind of how I look at it. I'm not that overly political anyways, except for, there's certain causes that matter to me. Any type of conservation, any type of environmental protection, clean water, the way we take care of our poor, the way we take care of immigrants that are coming here, following proper channels. Those are issues that I actually pay attention to. And the one that's been firing me up massively lately, and you guys have seen my outbursts on it, is taxonomy. How important it is to call this coronavirus. You either say it's a coronavirus or its specific name of COVID-19. I hear a lot of people say, well, it originated in China, so we should call it the China virus, just like our president was. Or, well, there was the 1918 Spanish flu. Well, it didn't originate in Spain. It originated in a military barracks outside of Kansas City, Kansas. There was a media gag on that outbreak, so it became called the Spanish flu when the Spanish press reported on it. But you're starting to see now more and more anti-Chinese attacks, particularly in the Chicago area. And they're not attacking Chinese, they're attacking anybody that's Asian. There was a guy here in Naperville that got beat up and robbed by two women. Chinese man in his 60s. Attacked by two white women, yelling about the Chinese virus. You have to understand the mindset of people right now. A lot of people are scared, a lot of people are panicked. You're feeding into a hatred that they unjustly already have, and now you're going to feed into this more. It bugs the hell out of me, and I urge you to get that mindset. How much is a muffler? It's not even the Ricer mufflers, he just has no muffler. Anyway, I urge you to rethink the naming of things. There's a critical importance to taxonomy. I'm not even going to go into it. Most of you guys saw my little outburst the other day about it. It's important for multiple reasons. For a medical aspect, you know what you're attacking. For an animal aspect, you know exactly which animal you're dealing with. It's like saying it's a snake. Well, is it a spitting cobra or is it a hog nose? It's important. I can't stress that enough, but I'll say the vast majority of my friends are of like mindset. It typically happens. That's why you end up friends with people. I do have friends that are the exact opposite mindset. They're very old school in the way they talk about things and the way they talk about people. I think it's good to have friends. We're friends because of shared hobbies, and honestly, I get along with most of them actually very well. But I also think it's good to have somebody with a counter opinion, because it makes you think. It makes you, I hate the word empathy because, as Bob Long pointed out this morning, Probably 1 to 2% of the population are truly empaths. The rest of them use it to just show themselves as superior to you. And people that know me know that I am not a very empathetic person. I have a lot of sympathy for people when they're in a situation that is not of their own control. I understand and I feel for them, but if you're in a situation because of, your own behavior, then no, I have no sympathy for you. But anyways, but yeah, so I think it helps you, frame the way you see things when you're able to look at it through somebody else's point of view. You don't necessarily have to agree with it, but it is what it is. All right, that's enough rambling for now. And I'm at 20 minutes, so yeah. I will post this up later this evening and get it out. I don't have any magical talents, like we were talking about. I was thinking about this one the other day, and I can't remember how you did it. Something like that. I don't know. Yeah, I don't have anything that would blow your gourd besides being able to flex my pecs again. Finally able to got enough muscle I can get my pecs to move. Still got a long way to go though. Again, I did some more this morning on the blog post on the diet and the weight loss. I'll work on some other stuff and start doing some videos here in the next couple days. I will be emptying and loading the van tomorrow with the normal summer kit. The rods should be back across the top. Oh, I got a bunch of comments on the Baby Yoda rod. I need a new 2-weight rod. I broke the 3-weight, so I'm actually going to go down 1 weight but up line and just leave it as a 3-weight line because quicker shots. A lot of you saw the photo I posted of it yesterday. So yeah, it's Baby Yoda inspired with the dark olive rod blank, and we're going to do a brown to a medium olive thread wrap, cigar shaped grip, aluminum seat. It'd be a nice little rod. It's not an expensive rod, but I'm not going to put a lot of money into a 2-weight. My 1-weight, it was also not very expensive. So the fly fishers will know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to tie a bunch of money into a little rod that's catching little fish. 14-weight, 12-weight, 10-weight, I'll spend the money on those rods because you're going to lose the fish of a life. All right, guys, that's it. I'll post this up later. Be good. Take care of yourselves. Be well.